Hello children, how are you? Now again we are here to see some more articles. Last article of our chapter ray optics. Then we'll go for wave optics. In our last module we have seen compound microscope, astronomical telescope. Today we are going to see some more thing, that is reflecting type telescope. Reflecting type telescope. Earlier we have seen refracting type telescope, that is compound microscope and astronomical telescope. Here we are going to see reflecting type telescope. So I can say, dear children, it is an improvement over the refracting type. It is improvement over a refracting type astronomical telescope. In such a telescope, objective lens in that astronomical telescope is replaced by a concave parabolic mirror. Concave parabolic mirror. This is an important condition for this type of mirror, that is concave parabolic mirror of large aperture we are going to take, and the image formed from this type of telescope is much brighter. The image formed by this type of telescope is much brighter than astronomical telescope. So much brighter, and the reflecting type telescope, so I can say, dear children, the image formed is much brighter, and the reflecting type telescope has much high resolving power. This telescope has a high resolving power compared to the refracting type telescope. That's why these are invented. That is called reflecting type telescope. So such a telescope is known as a Cassegrain telescope. This type of telescope is called Cassegrain telescope after its inventor. So let us see the diagram for reflecting type telescope here. See children, I am going to draw a diagram. First to draw the diagram, then I will explain it, how it works. Here is the boundary, here and here, and we are taking here an objective mirror here. In this mirror, here it is our eyepiece. Here it is another mirror, say B. Here is a mirror called C. Here is a opaque surface C. Image from infinity are coming like this. The image from infinity, object, rays from infinity, the rays from infinity are coming in this manner. You can see. Then after reflection, these rays meet at the focus of this mirror. Here, say it comes like this. Here, say it comes like this. Then again after reflection, it will go in this manner, and we are getting an image like this. So draw this diagram, then I am explaining here. This is the eyepiece. This is called reflecting type telescope. This is called reflecting type telescope. Here, dear children, C is a parabolic concave reflector. C is a parabolic concave reflector of about 200 inch. बहुत बड़ा मिरर है ये. Of about 200 inch. We can say 200 inch इसका aperture है with a narrow hole here at the center. So 200 inch aperture is there. It's a quite big, quite large and narrow hole on its center. Rays from a distant star is coming here. You can see entering the telescope in a direction parallel to the principal axis. Here, these are parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis of the mirror. Tends to collect at the focus of the mirror. इसके फोकस पर ये मिरर रखा हुआ है, एक दूसरा मिरर. Tends to collect at the focus of the mirror. Is it clear? At the focus F of the mirror. But the reflected ray encounter a secondary convex mirror. Here this is a convex mirror. But here what happens? But the reflected ray encounter a secondary convex mirror B before meeting at F. Before meeting at F, it encountered here, and the convex mirror reflects them into the eyepiece. Here to here and then here to here. Before it meet at a focus, it encountered by the convex mirror, and convex mirror reflects them into the eyepiece. And the final image, here is our eye. The final image is seen by the eyepiece is inverted. This is inverted with respect to the object. With respect to the object. This we are getting. The magnifying power of this type of telescope is just we have to write formula here, FO by FE. That is radius of curvature divided by 2 divided by FE. So just you write down only. So this gives a brighter image, resolving power is more. So it's a very good reflecting type telescope we can see. One more mirror, little bit of different from this. That mirror is called Newtonian reflecting telescope. Newtonian reflecting telescope. Now, first I am drawing the figure. Here I am having a mirror. This is a large parabolic concave mirror. Large parabolic concave mirror. Here is a large parabolic concave mirror. C. Here is a C. Now at a 45-degree angle of this, here is another mirror, plane mirror M. A rays from the distant star are coming like this. Here the rays from the distant star coming from here. After reflection, say it will go like this. And then after reflection from this mirror, Here we are getting an image. Here it is the eyepiece. Here is the eye lens where we are getting image. So parallel rays are coming from, it is the parallel rays coming from the distant star. Here is C, here is concave plane mirror M. Draw this figure. Then I am explaining here what is that. Here we are having two important things, that is C is the concave parabolic mirror, large, it is a plane mirror. Both are settled here. A parallel beam of light coming from the distant star is reflected by this large parabolic concave mirror C onto a plane mirror M. This is the plane mirror. This mirror is inclined at an angle of 45 degree to the axis of C. The plane mirror reflects the beam. जो light यहाँ आ रही है, it will reflect the beam, forming a real image at I. It forming a real image at I. This is the functioning of it. In front of the eyepiece, and the eyepiece acts as a magnifier. This eyepiece acts as a magnifier. This eyepiece acts as a magnifier, and the final virtual and magnified image, and the final virtual and magnified image of the star is seen distinctly by the eye. This is the actual thing is going. Finally we are getting this. Initially we are getting the real image of this, but due to this magnifier we are getting the final real and magnified image of the star. So these are very useful because image is brighter. These are very useful because image is brighter compared to that of any other type of telescope. So this is a very good type of telescope which we are using in these days. So draw this figure. So just we saw reflecting type telescope. Now we are starting a new part of this unit optics, that is called wave optics. That is called wave optics. Here it is a new branch of physics based on the wave concept of light. It is based on wave concept of light. Wave concept of light. It is clear? Yes, sir. Let us see. This type of physics is called wave optics. In this first part of this wave optics, we are going to see Huygens principle. Huygens is the scientist name. Huygens principle introduction part we are going to see in this module. Now, so according to the Huygens, or according to the wave theory of light, according to the wave theory of light, the light is a form of energy. The light which we are getting, light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy which travels through a medium, as a transverse wave, that we have seen earlier. So light is a form of energy which travels through a medium, in the form of transverse wave motion. Transverse wave motion. The speed of light in a medium depends upon the speed of light. The speed of light in a medium depends upon the nature of the medium. इस बात पे लाइट की स्पीड डिपेंड करेगी कि व्हाट इज योर मीडियम. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट हियर. तो लेट अस वी आर गोइंग टू सी तो व्हाट इज दैट. नाउ फॉर दैट Huygens imagination was, first we are going to see here Huygens suppose the existence of a hypothetical medium. He suggests and he supposed that the existence of an hypothetical medium called ether. It is filled with the entire space. He considered like this, it is filled with the entire space and the medium was supposed to be, और जो मीडियम कंसिडर किया it was supposed to be massless. It was supposed to be massless with extremely high elasticity. With extremely high elasticity medium. Extremely high elasticity. Here. And a very low density. Very low density. इस मीडियम को लेकर के उन्होंने एक्सपेरिमेंट किए, ये इमेजिनेशन लेकर के. फर्स्ट Huygens explains what is wave front. So in the introduction part of this, today in this module I am going to explain what is wave front. What I am going to explain, what is wave front. What is wave front? Wave front is defined as the continuous locus. Is defined as the continuous locus of all the particles of the medium, of a medium. It is a continuous locus of all the particles of a medium which are vibrating. All the particles are vibrating in the same phase. Which are vibrating in the same phase. In the same phase. Here. I mean to say that you take any source of light. So Huygens suggests that the light will coming out from that source equally in all directions, here, everywhere. They are going in all in phase. That is, so what is there? A source of light sends out. A source of light sends out disturbance in all direction. A source of light sends out disturbance in all direction like this, in this manner, in everywhere, with the same velocity of light. With the same velocity of light, all the particles with the same velocity of light. So they vibrate in phase. All the particles vibrating in a phase with one another. So the locus of all such particles is being called wave fronts. So locus of all such particle, so I can write here the locus of all such particles is being called the wavefront. Is being called is a wavefront. Is it clear? Yes, sir. So here we are going to distinguish type of wavefront we are going to see. Spherical wavefront, cylindrical wavefront, plane wavefront. Okay, so just we have distinguished it. First I am going to see spherical wavefront. I am going to see here spherical wavefront. First we are going to see spherical wavefront. Just to imagine what type of it may be. Spherical wavefront, when the source of light is a point source, when the source of light is a point source, like that of a torch or a laser light. Light is coming from any source, say this is. Light will spread in all directions in this manner. Here. When the source of light is a point source, then the wavefront is sphere with center as a source. So this is the locus of all the points here in this manner. So what we are getting, the wavefront is a sphere with center at the source. With center at the source. Is it clear? This type of wavefront is called spherical wavefront. The another kind of wavefront is a cylindrical wavefront. Cylindrical wavefront. Here it is spherical wavefront. Now in a cylindrical wavefront, when the source of light is a linear, here you can see like this, it is a linear source. Then light emits in all directions from this linear source. How it is? Let us draw figure. Here is a linear source. All the point, say from here or here or here, and from every point, light will spread in this manner. Here. So you are getting such type of light. Similarly here. Light from every direction. So we are getting in this light. When you meet them, here. So see that. What is this? Sir, it is cylinder. So we are getting a cylindrical wavefront in this manner. All the points equidistant from the source lie on a cylinder. This is a cylinder. So the wavefront, such type of wavefront is called cylindrical wavefront. Is that clear? Yes, sir. One more type of wavefront we can discuss here, that is plane wavefront. That is plane wavefront. What is that? When the point source or linear source of light is at very large distance, light is coming from very large distance. Light is coming from a very large distance, then the wavefront, it is something like this. Just I am drawing the figure. A light is coming from a very large distance. Here. And light and wavefront coming here in this manner. This type of wavefront, when the light is coming from a large distance and we are getting this much of image here, This is called plane wave front. This is called plane wave front. Then, in a given medium, we can draw a set of straight lines. In a given medium, we can draw a set of straight lines which are perpendicular to the wavefront. Which are, suppose this is our plane wavefront, and the rays of light in this manner here. See here. It is a plane wavefront. What I am telling, okay, in a given medium, we can draw a set of straight lines which are perpendicular to the wavefront. Then, according to the Huygens, these are the rays. These straight lines are the rays of light, and these rays are always normal to the wavefront. In a plane wavefront, these type of rays will possible. In a divergent spherical wavefront, suppose if I draw a divergent spherical wavefront, say here in this manner. Here it is a divergent spherical wavefront. Divergent spherical wavefront. Then, suppose it is a source of light, and if we draw a straight lines in this manner, say a light is coming out. This type of rays which are coming out from this type of wavefront, it is a spherical wavefront. It is a spherical wavefront. Divergent spherical wavefront. Similarly, again, suppose the wavefront are something like this, in this manner. Convergent spherical wavefront. It is a convergent spherical wavefront. Here is a source. We can see here a light is meeting at this point. So this type of wavefront which we are getting here is called, here are the rays. This is a spherical wavefront. So this is divergent and this is the convergent spherical wavefront. Draw the diagram. So dear children, this is all about today. This is the introduction part of our wave optics. In our next module, we will go in some more detail, Huygens principle. Okay, bye.